Good morning. Today is, what the hell is today? Tuesday, March 12th. And today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, and MSTY. And what you see on the screen is the only fund with an intraday trade yesterday, and that's MSTY. 3 transactions. So as you can expect, they added to the synthetic position, and then they added a weekly call. Only 2 contracts, but this fund, the underlying is very expensive. So for them to get, even 1 contract, it's obviously much more expensive than it would be for Tesla or Coin. So anyway, if you look, they have a buy call on the top, second line sell put, that's adding to the synthetic, and the third line is a sell call. So the issue I have with this is they are not rolling the synthetic. And since they're not rolling the synthetic position, look how much the buy call cost, $6.90 versus the sell put, which is $5. So, that's a massive debit based on what they're paying. So let's go to the spreadsheet though. I could obviously show you, it'll make a little more sense. So if you look here, again, when they create the synthetic position, typically, the buy, call, sell, put is within the same range, so they kind of offset each other. It's expected, though, that the buy call is usually a little more expensive, so there is some out of pocket. But when it gets like look at MSTR, it's 1,484.23. The strike is 950, so they're way past the strike. So since they're not rolling it into a new strike for the synthetic, look what's happening. Like the buy call, for them to buy even, this is just 2 calls, 138,000. Because why? Well, you're buying a call that expires essentially in the same month when the strike is well below the current price of that stock. So you're going to have to pay a pretty penny, right? Now the sell put, same thing, right? It's, you're not going to get much credit for that because the odds that it goes below that are, not much. So why is this a problem to me? Well, what if MSTR tanks, right? And then they could lose money on this transaction. You don't want to really have to worry about synthetics too much because right now, I consider that almost a loss, right? $137 loss, $137,000, unnecessary expense. However, obviously, if MSTR goes up, then the value of that call will go up too. But if it doesn't, then we could lose money on that. Anyway, enough harping on that. But I just think they need to roll this. I don't know what they're waiting for, but they need to roll it. Anyway, so if they did roll it, they would get a credit of 5.6 million. Sorry about my crazy child in the background. Let's go to the March tab. Okay, so yesterday was 3/11. MSTR went up 4.11%. MSTY went up 2.92%. Okay, which overall, okay day. Not great for MSTY. They could have done better. But again, why are they down? Well, maybe because that debit that they had to pay for that synthetic. Let's see what they got for the weekly call though. 2 contracts, they got 61.10 per share, strike price of $1,900. That's 28% out of the money for 4 trading days. They only got 12,220. So again, they got 12,220 for the weekly call, which was a small portion of what they had to pay to add to the synthetic, which was 137,000 net. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Cash and treasuries, cash is at 5.7 million. Treasuries kind of the same. So overall, cash and treasuries went up 1.6 million. Why, you ask? Well, outstanding shares. Look at that, 525,000. More people are buying into MSTY. So, which you can't blame them. This fund has been insane because it's part of, MSTR. Again, they own crypto in their balance sheet. They own Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So since the crypto bull run is in motion, this company is going to be more valuable. People are going to want to buy into it. All right, active tab. Let's see where we stand. Again, we have 4 trading days left. Friday is March 15th. We have 105 contracts, 1,620 strike, 9.15% out of the money. And then we have 2 contracts, 1,900 strike, 28% out of the money. So yeah, that 9% unfortunately could be in danger because again, they could gain that in a day, but we'll see. MSTR price is currently 1,484.23. 30-day IV continues to stay high, 154,000. Next earnings, April 29th. MSTY price 35.63, and I'm showing they have potential capital gains of $3.38. Here is the MSTY fund manager. They're like crying with joy because they're okay right now, but they're kind of crying because 9% is not much for this. So they could get blown out, but who knows? We'll see. Synthetic income is, obviously that would have went down right now. If I go back here, I'm on the phone. All right, so this formula is updated. Actually, I have to drag it to 17 now. Okay, so the March profits, okay, so because this had March too. So March had a credit 1.3 and then March debit 1.2. Okay, so synthetic income 16,000. Short call income is a debit 311,000. So net income is a debit of 294,000. But again, they gotta roll that synthetic and then forget it. This whole picture changes, and they will. So it's just a matter of time. Outstanding holdings. They're it's still early, so I'm not really going to talk about their short calls. They have 2 though. That one and this one. I should have highlighted that. But look, let's see how much they can get for their call. So the 950 call down here, look at that, 5.8 million. Obviously net of what they have to pay for the put. So it's pretty awesome. They're going to make some real good money. Can't wait to see the numbers per share once they do that. So net asset value is 18.4 million. The NAV is 35.19 and the trade price is 35.63. Let's go to the internet and check out MSTR price. And then we can refresh marketwatch.com. Okay, it's up in the pre-market 4.55%. It's at 1,551.78. All right, let's move along to CONY. And we have CONY has 1 synthetic, as they should. TSLY's the only one with 2 right now. Again, they have a 250 synthetic. If they closed it today, they would make money. They would make 8.8 million. This synthetic expires April 19th. If we go to the March tab, let's see how they did yesterday. Coin went down 0.95%. Coin was actually up most of the day, as was CONY. And CONY actually went up 0.04%. So cash and treasuries, look at that. Cash went up by 27 million. Treasury stayed the same, but look at the money market. They took money from the money market to add to cash. Okay, so maybe that's why they have that money market, because it's probably easier to transfer money if needed. But not sure why they need it, unless they're planning on closing out. No. Actually, let's look. Let's look at I'm going ahead here. How much would it cost them? Yeah, they're in an okay position right now. If we go to active tab, they're 16% out of the money. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. They transferred from the money market to cash. Okay, that's confusing. But either way, cash and treasuries went down 29,000. Short call income for the month. We're at a debit though, 18.3 million. So that's kind of irrelevant, to cover the further breakdown on that. contracts. We have 15,760 contracts with a 295 strike. Again, all your eggs in one basket here. 16% out of the money. Yesterday was essentially a wash because coin pretty much went flat or down a little. So far so good. Expiration date again Friday, 4 trading days. Coin price is 254.17. 30-day IV 101%. Coin next earnings is 5.2 after hours, and CONY price is 27.30. But I'm showing they could gain 4.39, which would put them right up above, $30. And then here's the face of the CONY fund manager. They're like, did I go too tight? Should I scatter? Like, did I make a bad move? Like, you never know with these crypto underlyings. This is not a comfortable position to be in, probably, to be a fund manager on these funds. In one aspect, it's exciting, and in another aspect, it's very insane. Kind of like my son in the background. All right, synthetic income, we have 85 million in synthetic income. Short call loss, 18.3. I'm showing a net income of 67 million. Again, this is for CONY, 14.2 million shares. If they paid out today, total based on total income, I'm showing it would be $4.74. Obviously, they would not do that though. And so that's the summary for the payments. And again, outstanding holdings, kind of irrelevant at this point. But we'll just cover the net asset value, which is 388 million, and the NAV is 27.28. Trade price is 27.30. So let's take a look at the pre-market for coin. Okay, it's looking slightly up. Coin is finally slowing down, man. It's up 1.66%. So coin is at 258.43. Again, the strike is at 295. So far they are okay. Okay, TSLY 220. This thing is a nightmare, man. The 220 synthetic. Tesla actually went up a little yesterday, thank God. Tesla's at 177.77, but this synthetic 220, man, it's going to cost them $128 million. They're going to have to roll it by Friday or on Friday. The 185 may actually turn a profit. We'll see. But again, right now it's under the 185. So if it can get above that 185 by Friday, maybe they can make some money on this one. But again, right now that's a $9.4 million debit. Let's go to the March tab, see how they're doing. We have TSLY. How much did they go up yesterday? They went up a whopping 1.39%, but sadly, that's a good day for us now. TSLY went up 1.51%. So TSLY is now in the $16 range. Cash and treasuries. We're finally cash positive after how many days? Too many. But we're cash positive. We have 13.8 million in cash. They moved that from the government money market, which again, I think my guess is they are now utilizing a money market fund on top of the treasuries to have maybe more liquid cash, because it's possible they could lose money if they're moving money from treasuries to cash, too often. That's my guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Sylvia. But cash and treasuries, though, $31,000, down, decrease. Outstanding shares, 40. Sorry, guys, it's like impossible. It's hard to think when you hear screaming. 45.2 million outstanding shares. Outstanding total income from weekly calls, 9.2 million. Total distribution, 21 cents. Daily income per day, 4 cents a day. And daily yield, 0.25%. So yeah, I was trying to explain to someone the other day, TSLY, they've really been doing well on their calls, right? Their weekly calls, because they have been winning, except when they, like, if you go to February, when they went like the 2% out of the monies, that's when they lost, right? That shows 4%, but they did that late in the week. Like 0.74% out of the money. They lost 1.8 million, 1.1% out of the money. So had they not gone so tight, they would probably, have like perfect months, month after month. So they've been doing pretty good. Tesla actually has been a pretty good stock to trade options with lately. The IV is not there, which is unfortunate, but it's been a pretty boring stock, honestly. So let's look at the active tab. 21,480 contracts. That's half of the contracts. 187.50. That's 5.47% out of the money. And then they have the other half, 21,480 contracts. That's 183.33. That's 3.13% out of the money. These are pretty safe the way Tesla's been trading. That's my opinion, unless they get some crazy good news, and then it could blow past them. You never know. Tesla price 177.77. 30-day IV is 48%. 30-day chart, not so pretty, but Tesla's at $16. If this was pre-split, obviously it'd be $8 and seven cents, whatever. Potential capital gains, I'm showing 69 cents. And my reaction is, okay, good day, but okay, whatever. We need more good days like that. Payment tab, short call. Synthetic income is 0, but that's going to be a massive debit by the end of the week. Short call income, 9.2 million, showing that would be 21 cents per share. Outstanding holdings, right at the top, I'm highlighting so you can see how much the put is going to cost us, to close out. And obviously, yes, you see it's added already into the net asset value, right? So I always mention that, but this is an actual visual that it's not going to change the price of the ETF because it's already baked in. It's just going to create like a taxable event. That'll be a loss now on the books. So right now, that's how much they're going to have to pay, $138 million to close out that put. So when you do a synthetic that's so short, such a short expiration, this is the damage that it could cause. Again, my opinion on at least the TSLY fund is the synthetics should go out 6 months to 1 year. That way they could focus on the weekly calls. I know they do the short synthetics on CONY and MSTY, but for those it's actually worth it because they're going up rapidly. So they're making money left and right, and they can use that money to pay out. But with TSLY, it's not the same. Like it needs to be handled quite differently. But since they go out so short, like this was 1 to 2 months out, and here we are taking another loss on the books. We have enough losses used, to pay return of capital. We don't need more, but sure enough, we're going to get more. So we'll see when they add that new synthetic position how far they go out. If they go out 1 month, to me that's a mistake. But who am I? I think they should go out 6 months. All right, let's keep going. What do we got here? We got weekly calls. Again, we'll see how they play out. But anyway, net asset value, 731 million. Come on, we got to hit $1 billion already. We're just not moving. The NAV is 16.17, and the trade price is 16.15. One thing I forgot to mention is Curve. There's no change to Curve. They have 100 contracts, 230 strikes still. That's 29% out of the money. And just to show you guys, I did check it this morning. So here it is. This is the Curve website, curveinvest.com. Again, they do typically like monthly calls, and you can see their holdings directly on their website. If I can get there. Where the hell is it? Some websites suck at landscape mode on mobile, but all right, here it is. So you see the first column that's the weekly call. So 100 contracts, 230 call, 419 expiration. Next to that's the synthetic, 265. That's definitely in danger. And then they have treasuries. And then look at this. They copied. They got their own little government money market fund, NOGXX. It's like they're doing everything that YieldMax is doing. It's pretty funny. So let's look at Tesla pre-market. All right, so Tesla is up 0.73% pre-market. Let's stay green, baby. Come on, Tesla. Let's run. Let's run. All right, high hopes. All right, so that's it for those funds. I wanted to give an update on Roundhill, but all right, now it's not working. But either way, Roundhill Investments, those are the the weekly payouts. But I have to remember to get the intraday trade in the middle of the day because they're not, they're only going to post their they're long, they're long buy call positions. They're long call positions. So I'll have to catch, if I can catch it today, I'll share it tomorrow in tomorrow's video, just to see how that goes. So, and then tomorrow, FYI, is YieldMax, YMax and YMag declaration date. So if I also remember, I'll put up a new final estimate based on the outstanding shares that they have, as of the close today. So we'll do that too. Again, maybe we'll see. I keep forgetting half this crap. So anyway, that's the update for today. Sorry about the interruptions in the background, but as always, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you have any questions, concerns, leave in the comments below. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to work and let the fun begin. All right? Have a great day. Later.